Yeah, you're saying you were suicidal. That's where we left off. Maybe to bring you in the vibes. What do you like doing? What are your hobbies? Are you a foodie? Do you know, can you go in, stuff sour bailing?
No, I can change it.
We change stuff, right?
No, I go to make a flying fish.
Yeah.
Yeah, flying fish.
I hope all like my 2060, eh?
The time ago, 2017.
2017 flying fish was popping.
Yeah.
My daddy campaign, you want the campusing.
Yeah, I get no flying fish.
Come on, like 2017 could flying fish. Mukobe, no go Mukobe, I swear, MK, I swear, whatever. Food. This nigga.
I want that one food.
I don't do it the way I used to do it anymore.
Yeah, go on. Ona go la net go re sa reng o no yola too much go flopishana. Go flopishana.
So now I have a way better relationship with alcohol.
Yeah, you need to find something that is better mo pulling ga. Ke re sentse re o tsebe jo go rata lo ni o rata. Go re ska tlo go tlo una le bothata le batho. Ke no you don't need to be able to know your rata ya go rata. That's how it's nature. We are different. We are both different. Answer. So kana no ring.
Flying fish,
yeah, from flying fish.
No, son.
I closed it 2019, 2020, yeah, 2020 January. 2020 January.
I'm not going to quickly spend that whole year.
Yeah, since get away. You know what I'm saying? You are playing, I go to my son. Don't away, that's going to don't away. So get like a much of my fellow Garo, one of the Henny, silly Moringa. Jackie Jack at my fellow to my Jagasan.
Moringa Jean.
You know, you know, it's too and the Garama, one Agasan. They live like an abago from there. But I remember Savannah during
Savannah and Trisha. Go for focus, I got listening to my fellow looking to Savannah.
Hey,
put to the water.
Hey, do you like the
Savannah? I
go
Savannah.
Evan. Savannah jail. When no for Reggae jail to go to jail, or one, buyer not before I called.
And I feel look caught danger. Cause the ship and on Karakin, who conquer was them be pass up.
You let my fellow Gino Savannah. That you live Lama fellow, Kiran Bonum Palagino Savannah. Jogo Bill came and I for sure them exorbitant 3,000. I go am Swana, exorbitant.
You blew it.
Oh, like only no food or shelting on Carola, or being a number of Tafel. And you walk. I said, you are to a photo of your motor Tiam. The whole layer is a Spain. Yeah, what do Tiam, not a Spain. Yeah. Carum Ponum Palagino Savan.
Yeah, let's get back to the story. Vibes.
Yeah, so up to so many things happened in the time. Yeah, Goloi. I think we once went to Tembisa. Carbo, we were pop drunk on the highway. Police. I picture one police. Matalenam Tawa Mulan, that will come Garaba, Chavakam, Garana Murabarabang. So one of our also are of us. I had 2 incidents with my police actually the time I was driving. Because the first incident I was on the highway to Chantel. But luckily we were escort. I think about 6,000. Hey, I read a wheel of Trongo. I don't know how to do about Trongo H. 6,000. The second time, narrator. Heavily. But at that time, it was
nothing.
Yeah, it was just one client. Boom. So the second time, narrator control or capital chili narrator. Most of all focusing on fifty like a short, carry one cafe like back to 4. I could go about again, George Mukari. That one I then like a game, but I can Venom police. mapela ga ambore ke wa chase so I had to tag so ke nna ga nno ge nka re ke a chaba ka morango ke di hampo tse dintsi go nsware go le fase bona e go ni nka re ke yona morago ka a gona wrong sa mathomo thombe jo go tsana ka mo ba tsere license le key ka nna ba 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 dintshang go tla ba potla di biri ka mkoloing so ai ba re va le le ba tshedi ke ba tsolla koloi ba ra re vai so ra tsana garage e nngwe ba nya ka 2000 so mo 2000 e ngwa jwa 1.5 so ra ina stress e ngwa transfer e ngwa wa transfer la ra e ngwa tsama re bela di biri ka tsana hashtag wa ranko ka ba bela di biri ba nna mo police then ba mpusha go koloi ngra vai ba mpana go rena o dirang ke trade so ra ba mpana vunja bona ha ona le mathata mfana go re phone e
mara mzanzi ke film
that's how I became friends with them and ora we saw ara you know ona le mathata boshigo
sorry na
phone re no so so that's how I became then the koloi Korokolo ya vaya to win the last time ke check up bank balance ke check 10 down and then dikolo the city but when ka saka bona ha no ka mkhomo the only thing that I have is the car
sell the car and pay back
vel manyora ka vaile era kre obviously mfano la ga ba his boy sustain na bile ga bona le student accommodation na di chattle le bana le ya o spela ga Range Rover na re thedi jena kre mfano la mona ba le go ntse ba nkisha min lane Range Rover ba tla rekela Range Rover vela e ba tsebishe lu je mo di mona ba bia chief in command ara tsana go mo driver a kre tsela le mago ke go bona ra o se mo na made it in life ya ke fikile o fana le ba gona go freya mo wa jere na ja go freya ga chalete bana ba le gona go freya o fana ba le ka molomo se njero wa ro ka molomo fela go no bola le ngonyana ga ya mo lekile bona tike magala jile ngona le ba fouza re le 2 ke re mat bana ba jere tafola ba sadi ba ba ntshi batla go ya mo ke one on one bana ya bo no di savara le mata
le ya ka plaka
a re di jina re go ba re ba sadi ba tana invite mo tafole ngwa je ora audio wa next la conversation dollar go re fo ba tsama ga inji ke go ba rena bona ba re se don tswa mara ho re gabele ke ba ga re child day and anan tushi ga 20 go bona di buku e di tushi ka re ke na author ka o ka I change ke na go la ke re sale ke bohlokwa hlokwa so that's one thing that used to help me I think this ability to speak into each other so I think my life was just planned that way and then when I had suicide I remember I told my dad he supported me a lot he supported me even when I went home he used to borrow me he borrowed me because he understood at that point I was in a dark time I was really in a dark time I never thought I would come back at that time.
How did you survive it?
Family, my family, my close family, my dad, my siblings, and my wife, even a family, they supported me a lot. So I was able to bounce back. And it was not easy. It was not easy because of at that time I was down. I used to go back to coach. Hey, I need this. So I think I became a burden to him at that time because I no longer had anything. But then I used to throw a hand out there and there. But the communication was no longer as I had a car. Things started changing now. The conversation things. I think it's just how life works. I don't know if maybe it's how black people are. I don't know if maybe our relationship was based on the mutual understanding of cars and trading or was based. I get in my mind, it's like, when I'm down. And so this is what you used to do like our relationship was like that back in high school. We used to pick up each other, regardless of what mistake did, or maybe I believe I have so many things that I flopped. Leah he has so many things that flopped. It's just that I owned up to my mistakes. I don't think ever that it did that to me or on something. I think that ego, I've got money, so what? So, but I learned the different way of life. I hope we also learn the different way of life. And so, because that time I was suicidal, I wanted someone who could understand me. But the only person who can understand me was God. But my dad also understood his role as a father. My wife understood me as role as each and every one of them around then understood their purpose in my life. So they supported me sharp. Then I decided to quit social media and everything.
I was about to happen, or like what happened? Because you disappeared.
Yes, I disappeared. What happened, fast forward, after I lost the car, I was still trading a little bit. I was not really that big. I was just saving money to support myself and my girlfriend then. up until 2020. Yeah, I smoked weed, yeah. Yeah, I got a favorite. I'm not gonna done it, Hey, I'm sorry. And one of the things that I believe God loved me for is for my honesty. Like I don't hide anything to God. Like I'm just who I am. That's why I have the ability to connect with so many people. I go, hey, like him showing you, but like I'm human. That's how life is just like that. It rolls like that. So I started listening to reggae. And when I listened to reggae, the more I smoked weed, the more reggae made sense to me. At that time, I used to tell my girlfriend, we're going to leave this place. But when where we are going, we are playing it sharp. I know and I can feel it and I can see it, or we are going to a bigger place than what we had. Because I used to promise there so many things. I saw them, but I didn't know the process to get to them.
To them.
Yes, I got up so that time I listened to reggae, and then I smoked weed a lot. I started, I was just listening to reggae, the vibe, it was nice, reggae, and then started Googling the lyrics. There's something going on. Okay? So I started researching the reggae's lyrics. So I started becoming interested in this spirituality, this awakening. I remember I read Bible from Genesis up to Revelation. At that time. I was like this big. And so every day it was my mission. Wake up, smoke weed, and read the Bible, research the lyrics. So I was just becoming this person who wanted to know more about God. Up until this other day, they came in and encounter. I was doing that while trading. So there was this other encounter. I don't know what happened, but I think it's just an encounter. My life changed that way. I felt something entering my body. It just changed. Until I changed my life. I saw like I think my life was fading away. I just saw my memories. But I felt like I saw my memories. Like everything was just moving in cycles. I was like in out of body experience, something like that. I was like, what's
you were high.
Yeah. My life changed for better that day, my brother.
So everything.
And then that day, I had a conviction, or I have to follow my purpose. And nothing was going to stop me. I'm saying I'm going to follow my God. Remember reggae. Reggae teaches you about your God, brother. Reggae, man, but they can discriminate reggae. But if you sit down and if you listen to reggae can help you find yourself. That's how I found myself. Reggae can help you find your God. At the end of the day, Caesar, we are spirits. At the end of the day, we belong to God. Whether we are religious so or not. But hey, I'm not spiritual. How do you breathe? So that's how I became this person. Then I decided, you know what, I'm quitting everything. I'm going to follow God. But well, the bills God will take care of them. I don't care about anything. So I was just convicted. That's how my life changed. Quit social media, quit everything. Started spending time with God. Started spending time with God, and His voice grew bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. I started seeing life in a different way. That's why Bible learning. Seek ye the kingdom of God, and all things shall be added unto you. The kingdom of God simply means seek the righteousness. Seek a person whose government is honest in every possible way. By nature, as Africans, we are religious. By nature. So I had to find myself in my religion to be able to understand the kingdom of God. ANC is a kingdom. The government is a kingdom. Each and everyone your family is a kingdom on its own. There are different principles, but these different principles also has to shape you as you are as a person. And so, but you also need a better master to teach you how he handles the rest of the things. That's how I find myself in the church. That's how I seek the kingdom of God and all things. Come again, Caesar and look at today when they're gonna treat you whether or not, or like everyone is the same. That's how I learned to roll in the eyes of God. God is the only now as I am right now. Everything that I do, where I'm here, I'm doing it for the service of God. Why? If I'm starting to do things for Caesar, if Caesar doesn't give me back that energy, what's going to do to me? It's going to kill me. So the best way to protect my peace is to do everything to God. I say, God, whatever that I'm going to share is because of you. Whatever that I'm going to do, even if they take advantage of me, I'm just doing everything for you. This is how I protect my peace. So whatever happened in my life, advantage is okay, it's fine. What did I learn from that? Oh, you know what? Like you keep on learning. It's the more you learn, the more you grow. The more you learn, the more you grow. Don't take life personal. Sometimes, yes, life becomes hard. Even if myself, sometimes financially. But when I remember the promise of God and when I remember the hand where He took me, well, it's just amazing. Money is nothing. Money is important, but money is nothing.
How were you able to quit social media? What did you do with the time you used to spend on social media?
I was writing my book, The Survival of Death. Yeah, I was reading and I was also jotting down ideas, lessons that I learned. You know the information that I have now, the information that I have, and I never learned it anyway, except for reading the Bible and listening to God. So many information, it's big, and going to church also. I realized, no, man, if you want to, so information is available, but you need to take the risk. Because some of the things you're going to do to seek knowledge and truth about yourself, the principles. We grew up in a setup where, excuse me, but have got the ultimate power on our lives. But still, God has a say on our lives, on who we become, in what way He has destined to be. But Zodibarna has a way or as a thought of how we should grow, how we should behave, how we should eat, who we should marry. But at the other side, God with our purpose has a view on Zodibarna. So for you to be able to tap into your purpose, into your higher dimension, you need to take a risk. Your father can turn his back on you. Your mother can say, no, it's a risk that you are willing to take for God. Why, Girial? It's worth the risk because your mother tomorrow can leave you. Your sister tomorrow can leave you. But God will never leave you. He'll always be there. Yeah, God will tell you, my boy, this is not good. If you continue doing this, you're going to face these encounters. I think our parents, in most cases, they reprimand us based on their social status rather than on our personal problems, trying to understand us from our spiritual view.
Their personal experience, even
exactly.
The way they do it, it's the way they learned it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this is how the clashes come with our parents. But because we've got them supporting us, we become better and better. I think people change. I realize that each and every 5 years, a human being grows. You change. You understand? And it's okay to change. People are afraid of change.
Sorry, what's all your skin? Your body makes new skin. Not skin. Sure, in a space of 6 months, every little cell in your body, it makes new one. So you're a new person almost every 6 months. Your body makes a whole new you. Makes new ones. Everything recycles.
So this information is what we need. I think if we want to conquer the world, you have to conquer ourselves first. Yeah, but
Are you a fan of cold drink? Like
cold drink?
Soft drinks.
What's your
go-to drink besides
juicy sharp?
Juicy.
I got about doctor John.
Juice are sugir.
Eh?
Inal sugir juice.
Or not the iced tea.
Or the one you dilute, it's better. Like Oros is better than the 100%. Juice like Oros.
I won't go as long as you are allowed to cook. I won't go. I got to find what
So now what are you doing? Are you still trading or?
No, I'm not doing anything. No, I'm just following my purpose. I just live each day as it comes. Like this opportunity is in my I view life differently. Now I no longer live life. I want to plan my life for it to be like
I
this.
have to do
No. I've got plans, I've got ideas, I've got propositions, I've got everything in contact. Like if MEC or Premier or Ramaphosa can come now and say, what can you do to change this country? I can give him ideas, innovations, and everything that God has given me with. I can do that. But also, I don't want to rush to that step. I should become the person watching fast. I want to grow into becoming that person. So each and every day, when this opportunity comes for nights like, oh, God is opening ways for me now. It's bringing me back in the
Basically,
game.
you're in your learning phase. You're
Exactly.
learning.
Yes,
You're learning.
I'm just enjoying life. I'm just becoming. If you read in the Bible, Genesis, God says cultivate. Cultivate this. Cultivate simply means grow, work, become the person that we are growing. It's a journey. Life, I think, is a journey. So I'm enjoying each and every stage of my life as it comes. I'm not saying I'm late or where I am. I'm where I'm supposed to be. More than in my view and in my life and in my belief, it has been written in the books of life. Mudim is recording this episode right now, and where I am, it might be the two of us, but because of the spirit that I work with. If you read the Bible, it's no longer I that live in me, but Christ that lives in me, since you are born again. The repent simply means change the way you view life. So the way I view life is the way I take each day as it comes. Give us our daily bread. I don't think, oh, tomorrow, just sleep. In the morning, then I see what's about. I'll see, is okay. But God can lead me somewhere else. So I don't know what's happening. I'm just taking each day in my life. The preparation part we have done with God, it's everything. Everything is still the ideas. Everything is completed. Now it's just sitting. We are strategizing, or okay, this we are going to plan this in this way for what reason. When you do a business, don't just do business because you want to do business. Understand why you want to do that business. Understand the impact that you want to change, and understand the community change, and understand the connection that you want to make with other religions, other cultures, other. So your business shouldn't just be a business of finance, but your business should be a business of uniting people. That's how our businesses are failing, because you want the profit first, but business is about connecting people. Yes, you want to make money because
you don't have principles. You don't have vision.
Life these days is about money. But if you can step out, I've got this book I've written. It says, being out of time to be on time, the mysteries of time. So if you take time and put aside.
Where's that book? Where's that book?
It's there. I think everything is sorted. It's just that the time.
It's in the vault.
Yeah, it's in the vault. If I die today, my sons will be able to inherit everything. I no longer do things for me. I do things for those who are coming after me and for my community. As much as I am here, I don't know the time that God has given me, but I have to document each and everything down. I'm not saying I'm going to die. God has promised us life. The power of life is in our hands. But I'm saying in case God decides that He needs me there, because it happens that God needs you there and then He takes you. But I'm not saying, okay, talk about tomorrow podcasting. Yeah, He spoke. No, I'm not going anywhere. I've seen that like this. I still have to make billionaires more Mphogo. Yeah, there's so many billionaires that I have. So everything, if you take everything spiritual, it's like a seed, man. You plant, you don't see where it goes, but when it sprouts,
you have to keep watering until it sprouts.
That's how life is. Take time, put aside. Take age, put aside. Take the name. Understand, I've got two, in my life, God has simplified my life. I've got two duties. The first duty is to enhance the name of my Father. The second duty, actually the first duty is to glorify the name of God, and the second duty is to enhance the name of my Father. Two duties only. So if I want to be a soccer player, there are two things: glorify God and enhance the name of my fathers. That's the only purpose that I have in life. So I want my life is simplified. You have to make sure they become bigger than you are. You have to make sure. And for you to be able to do that, you need to understand them more. Who are these people?
You have to know them. You have to know your history. You have to know your roots.
That even when you name your brands, you name after them. You don't just name or no. I'm a rapper. I'm thinking, you need to understand why you are saying that. Not because you love it. No, you need to understand who. These things are names, Chief. Names have the power to live on. But if you just name with anything that doesn't resonate with those after you, remember it's a connection. It's a connection. Which plug have you plugged in this business? Business which part of your father, part of your grandparents, which part is it, this brand that you are trying to enhance? So you want them to support you or to glorify yourself. Yeah, I came with this brand. So everything that I do now is no longer about me, but it's about the name. Because I believe it's a journey, it's a relay. My sons have to take after me. We need to grow. It's no longer about us. So I think the world is facing that. Our politicians are fighting with their dreams of childhood. They wanted to enhance certain ideas. At this time, those ideas are no longer valid. So they still want to implement them, and it's no longer possible. They have to move on.
And we have to move forward.
Exactly, we have to move forward.
The future it looks very different. We have to come up with new plans.
So for you to be able to see that world like this, you need to go out and create your own world. So if you create your own world, you've got enough time in the world to do whatever that you want to do, because it's a lifetime. There's some ideas that I wrote down, they won't be able to. You don't battle after 50 years. This is how God teaches you about life. Or some things like trees. Trees are not growing the same manner. If you learn from nature, you're going to enjoy life in God. You know, oh, this business can recover this, like money flow, like how the river flows. You need to understand the flow of your life on how it goes. If something gets blocked.
I mean, I want trees have some crazy physiology and anatomy. The way trees. Pula khono sala boss challenge ko motho go ro mhlarola ka mpano la hlimatlakala o tshena pula ge tlolwa gape o dira the tree blossoms again
anzara
mara motho ka fo bona masepana la ibile ke playa
yo lo fishing na Jamie
what's sale kusana jai ke tlogela ngingi and you have to go through that time or khono ba
exactly
to grow into something else.
Yeah, what's up? I think the system, that's how it's created. If you see, you can vote the DA if one, you can vote the ANC if one, but these guys have a plan, my brother. The plans that they are undertaking is the plans of their ancestors. They've got over 500-year plan. This is where we are taking ourselves. That's why slavery took so long. It's a plan. We don't have a plan as black people. We're just living life in G. We don't have a plan about our communities. We don't have plans about our government.
Look at Morolongo. Look at Bakersfield.
What's happening here?
These guys that are mining here have the capital to turn this into the biggest city in the country. The amount of money that's leaving Bakersfield, going to Europe and China, can turn Bakersfield. Cape Town as a sale, Josie as a sale. Bakersfield itself,
so they've got the plan, and we're not part of the plan.
You're not part of
we might taste the plan, but we're not part of the plan.
You're not part of the plan.
We are not part of the. You might, but not taste it. And I think somehow the politicians also, you might not blame them. To be able to be a master, you need to understand the man's shoes and see in his position. You must understand something. I'm not a fan of politics, but I have a view of how politics run. I tend to understand ANC, when they grew, it's a war machine. We have created a war machine. They don't know how to handle finances. They don't know how to handle lifestyle. When they got in government, they realized the power, and then they forgot about everything. Exactly. It's like when you just got money to my.
You wanted to have a road, and then there's this money here.
And then
you're supposed to use that money to develop yourself in your country.
But in their minds, I think we are as much as we forget ourselves, we need to understand why we are there. I was privileged to go Minister I think while I was still in Pretoria. This other guy used to install in Wi-Fi. I asked him what makes a great leader. He says the love for the people. If you love your people, then you'll be a great leader. I think our politicians need to be honest. Well, now if they make me a president today or a minister today, I'm just going to be honest. You all love money. 10% of the profits that has been done on this department, it's mine and my people. It's an honesty. When you vote for me, you know 10% of the profit of the whole department, all the deals that are going to go out, 10% of the profit, it's mine. I don't have to steal. I'm being honest. You're voting someone you know. And my people that know or no. I'm honest with my dealings. I think if we can become honest in our dealings, we'll be okay. Transparency. But if we have a 10% to move. Our politicians need to be honest.
What would you say to the 12-year-old Merika?
What would I say, Mara, to your 12? Live life responsibly and follow your dreams. no matter how crazy they are. Just follow your dreams and take all the risk responsibly. Live a responsible life. Just always remember and keep your dreams in your heart. Because the guy, dreams are your guys. For example, when you dream at night, some people think, that's why they don't understand their dreams and their visions. When we are here, we're speaking about visions that are inspired by our dreams. At night, when you're sleeping, dreams are signs. God is showing you how far you are in your life, if you have lost the track of, if you have lost anything else. If I'm here, God has to remind me, or chief, you are out of your purpose. It's because you're not where you're supposed to be. So dreams are supposed to I get when you sleep and whatever that you are doing here shapes my tomorrow. When I'm going to sleep tonight, God is going to take a note of what I did today, and then it's going to analyze it, and then it shapes my tomorrow by what I did today. That's why they just live life without formation. They just live. They don't know where they're going. They're coming.
They don't reflect.
Exactly. So that's how life becomes. That's what you reap, what you sow. Whatever that you sow today will benefit you tomorrow. This podcast might be seen by someone like this conversation, and our life can change. It takes only one opportunity for you to be able to get out of poverty. One opportunity. Just one person can see this opportunity. Mphogo. 100 billion. Let's implement. Yeah. And in my mind, I have to think, Caesar brought me here. He gave me the opportunity. As much as God orchestrated it, he chose Caesar to be the best person to record this. Why him? It means there's something special God has seen in you. Because I don't just live my life now carelessly so. I live my life purposely. So I believe each and every one of us that is here today, God has written them in my life. I have the ability to fire, I have the ability to continue with those people. You are the president of your life. You've got the power. Jesus Christ, the Son of Man, has authority on earth. That's I give you everything here on earth. It's yours. So unfortunately, as black people, you still need to beg. Hey, no. Become, and everything will become. Will attach itself to
learn you. And become.
Yes, learn and become.
Reflect on your life. Learn, become. We usually end the podcast by asking this question: if you were to have a superpower, no matter what again, whether you can read minds, whether you can spray laser with your eyes, whether it's to fly, to be able to breathe underwater, what superpower would you like to have and why?
I would like to change the people's minds. By just looking at you, I can change your mind. Yeah, and have you have my view of life. Yeah, that's what I would do.
Why?
My view of life is a peaceful life. It's a life of saying, let me try to understand what you're going through and put myself aside first. Let me understand what is happening in the mind of Caesar. Let me become Caesar for a moment. That's when I'll be able to understand you. That's how I view life right now. No matter how much pain I'm in, let me understand your pain. I think if you can adopt that as black brothers and black sisters, we can be able to build a very comfortable place and a very... I want to have a peaceful Africa. Yes, sharp. We all have our own dreams, but what is the dream of this country, or what is the dream of Africa?
What's the collective vision?
Exactly.
The collective
my ability. I would like to change the minds of people because it's all in here.
That's a very important because we need to ask these people. Like, do you know, as black people, as Africans, what is our collective dream? We need to be able to, and we need to start asking ourselves that question. Like, what's the vision that we have for this continent? What do we want for ourselves?
Because, this other guy, Luciano, Reggae, he spoke these words, they are always in my heart. Everything else you own will be taken, either by will or by the government. And it is true. Tax and a life can just turn your life.
Yeah. A lot can happen.
A lot can happen. The only thing that we have to do is just to give praise to God for giving us the life. He will give you purpose. If you live for God, the rest of the world will live for you. Because everything else at the end of the day points to God. He's the creator, the sustainer of everything. So if you want to understand a human being, BMW, if you want to understand BMW, you have to go to Germany. So if you understand a human
That's
being,
what the blueprint is.
exactly, you have to go to your parents. Failure is there. I think black people we are failing to accept failure and learn from our mistakes. We just want to force, even though things are not the way they are. Accept healing.
I think currently we're being programmed
Yeah.
to not understand who we are and where we come from, so that we are it's easy to manipulate.
100%.
So for as long as we are too distracted, we will never know who we are, where we come from, and who we are supposed to be.
And now we are lost. So what was not for Kapil Mahoan? Very shy. You Jolo Laura for one.
Boma 2 rand, 3 rand, 4 rand. We don't know how to make this. We buy this as people. So we import. Plastic. Toothpick. What are imported? Toothpick. Toothpick. Mikarige mikai mo kwazanini kuwe. Bro.
I think as much as we are colonized, we've got the freedom to do whatever that you want to do. We are just lazy. Some I think
it's not it's beyond. That's why these guys are playing chess.
Yeah.
It's not. I also you don't have the time to think and even realize what's
happening.
Or now because you're all there's something in your they always something in your face that you so repel so or tile.
The sex truth the system. No guy is called no guy power station in Java. They're still running kind of design, kind of machine created government.
Apartheid during apartheid. That's the whole our whole economy is still running like that. That's why now you have to go get a degree.
As Majita, that mentality when I have money, I need to go to Gauteng. When I'm rich, I can go home. I mean, dude, it's in the mind. These things are fearless. There's 2 paths to life: good over evil. Whatever that you choose, surely goodness and mercy shall follow. And so, it's because you're choosing goodness. If you choose evil to entertain this, whenever you give life to anything you get the power.
Everything you believe, everything you see, everything you entertain, you give power to it.
There's no the best opportunities are here at home. That's why just Christopher Larry. The harvest is plenty, but the workers are few. Pray to your God of harvest to bring more workers into the field. What is he saying? These people who are they're looking for opportunities, but there's no one. But the best opportunity that you can give is to educate. It's free. If you look at the best people in history who changed the world, they didn't change the world by bringing companies. They changed the world through the weight. So if we can, but how much I'm happy they're starting to go into the weight, even though it might seem like it's going to take a long stroll. But if we can make African accept themselves and find themselves religiously, that's why by nature we are religious. It's the easiest way to find yourself as an African is through religion. Whether we like it or not, we can romanticize it, we can become the Western Christians, but as an African, that I am who I am because it's an African setup that God has created. You cannot say, I'm no longer. It's who you are. You didn't choose. It's who you are. Yeah. Except for until you accept you're an African in an African setup, you can never use the African resources. I'm Europe, but you want to use African resources. No, Chief. Become African.
We think Europe, we think America, but we want to live in Africa. It's not going to.
It's not going to work. Yeah. So one of the things that helped me grow through this process was to think like a king and act like a slave. Yeah. Think like a king and act like a slave. That's what helped me. As much as sometimes it's difficult. But you know where you're going. So it's difficult. You have to think, how does God think? You need to have the mind of God, actually. Because we gods of gods, kings of kings. Who are the kings? Who are the gods? Who are the lords? We are, because we are in co-partnership with God. More of us more. That's why God created. He needed us. God needs us more. He needs us. So there are few of us who can be able to say, God, use me. Because when God uses you, it comes with own resources. You have to accept what is changing on you. So it's difficult to change, to let go of everything that you have learned. You must unprogram yourself. And it takes time. It took me about 5 years to unprogram myself to the last dose.
Hey bro, I'm still busy
it's a lifetime.
Trying to shed off. And it's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
Because these guys did a lot of work on
it's
you.
A damage.
They did a lot of work on you.
Not only on you, but with your family, because they are part of the problem.
Your whole lineage.
The whole lineage.
Your environment.
The whole community.
Community.
Yeah.
Everything you're exposed to. God, we think the same.
Yeah.
Merika. You guys think the same.
Yeah.
You see life this.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Hey dog, shout out for coming.
I appreciate that.
I feel like we will come. We need to have an episode where we don't talk about you. We talk about we'll talk about life. We'll talk about. I'll curate it. We will have it.
And I hope. I pray and I hope at the time we meet again, things would be different. We would have more resources to reach more people, because it's what I'm hoping for, to reach more people, to be able to share the life stories that we have, the initiatives that we're taking. I mean, there might be some other Caesar out there trying to give up, but if you can hear what we're going through, you can be able to. One Caesar is equal to 10,000 Caesars. If you can change one life, you've changed so many lives. Just that one life you can change. It's very important. You don't have to change the whole South Africa. Just one person.
You touch one soul, that soul will touch another soul.
Yes,
it's paid forward.
Yes. Then if you can have not 1 million, not 1 million, only 1 people, already not 3 million people. So we have to know, how are we going to share these people? How are we going to make them understand the vision that we have in their own way, so they can be able to freely give themselves. You need people to freely give in their vision to you by aligning yourself, by showing what, guys, this is not about me, this is about us. That's all. I have come with, but it's not about me.
This nigga got bars for this. They don't get it, dog. They don't get it. They don't le di share bara le la le share episode ja le da fe.
I think remember for me to be able to share what Caesar is saying, I have to understand.
You have to understand it. You have to relate to it.
I cannot share something I don't promote. It's like giving someone praise in the next thing. So people need to understand that sometimes we don't just share because it's a podcast. No, I need to. Does that align with who I am? Does that
align with who you are, your values?
Yes. So as a podcast, I think we need to have a vision. But what is our vision? What is our vision with this podcast? Are we just telling each other stories, or we want to unite people and form a union on this podcast? It's possible if we've got the ability to do that. But if our purpose becomes solid, God will bring the resources. God is waiting for us to say, what is our... God is always waiting for you to understand why you are doing this. Yeah. Eh? Gore modimo ga botse o emetse go tseba gore maikemišetšo a gago ke eng ka seo se dirago, a na se seo se dirago se tlo gola setšhaba ka morago goba se tlo gola potla tša gago na. Mara go gola setšhaba dipotla tša gago di tlo gola, mara go gola dipotla tša gago setšhaba se tlo gola dipotla tša gago di golela. So setšhaba se tla pele ka setšhaba, child is in people. O ka sa go child ma bileng ba stop se 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 it's people who give you the money.
True.
So if you want to know how people live their lives, simple things. See how people are longing to be encouraged. The lifestyle that we are living right now, people are dying inside. People are living fake life. They are trying to come out, but they cannot. They are trapped in the system. And when they try to come out in a different way, yeah, you must repent. And God is not like that. God took me, my brother, in the worst possible way, man. I can assure you, God just need know what you're doing, why you're doing it, who you are around. If someone sees you doing this, how will it affect them from you? You're not just anyone. You are a master. A master simply says you care for the lives of the people that are here, whether you are old or young. For as long as you understand the purpose of God, you are already a master because you're an overseer of the people's lives. By living your life, you're an example to the people. And by you living your life, these people around you get blessed by you. When I go in a or maybe a husband, just by you being you, you are a fountain. The blessings are just flowing. Surely, but my cup overfloweth. You must fill yourself with the word of God. Once you speak, everything just happens. Just happens. Everything you touch happens. Why? It's not you. You are just a vessel, but at least God has made you something. Or He has made you into something better. So, with God, it's not about man. It's about touching people's lives and bringing people together. Caesar, when you, my brother. You will also not know, hey, usually go you are guy. I want to put why you trust me, reply in the same vision.
But don't you think this thing, like, not to a channel, don't you think what you see for everyone else to understand it, or that religious being, Africa, Africa, if we were
Yeah. Yeah.
Without those things, you can never see life that way.
You can. You know what? Remember what I spoke about understanding yourself deeper in a way. What is truly my purpose for you? I can remember it's a connection, it's a reincarnation. You need to understand what the person who was in my shoes, what was he doing, and where did he left his mission? It's a mission. There was someone who was seated here right now. The same sound that so this conversation we have in spirit before. The person that is Caesar today has been maybe in America, maybe in a different way, but need to understand the mission of Caesar. What is the essence of Caesar? Why? Where should I start? If maybe their ancestors have worked more than our ancestors, they are far now in evolution. Spiritually, now we're in spirituality. Spirituality has nothing to do with spirituality has to do with the essence of a spirit of a being. So I'm just saying, people need to understand where am I and where do I take from now? For what reasons? So I have this idea. I'm just going to cut it short. What I want now, is to document all my achievements. Let's say maybe on a stone. Then I read Mphogo did this so that my sons could be able to know all the skills that I had, all the achievements that I had. If they want to become me, they must look at the table. You don't know what your father used to have when he grows up.
Yeah. Like, I was just looking at myself. Okay, is the name that my parents gave.
Yeah.
I have a middle name. That's my forefather's name.
Yeah.
That name,
yeah. Hey, you
so
need to know.
Now, I'm living that middle name.
Yeah.
I mean, that person, the middle name is me.
Yeah.
I have to live that. I don't know whether it's Greek minds think alike or...
Yeah.
God, just like God has, He knew.
It's the spirit.
Yes, He knew. He orchestrated this. He knew what we are going to need this conversation. Just as civilization, like when I have questions that I don't have answers, He sends people to come and answer me. That's God. It's showing you are not wrong. You are on the right. Continue. Just you need to know that name. Yeah. At the end of the day, one thing I realized about names, it might be my name, but who gave my grandparents that name? It was God. So the manufacturer of all names is God in different powers, in different names. He gave us the same power, but how you grow in that name determines the power. If you care of that name. Now my name is Mphogo. Mphogo is a seed. So you need to find myself. Mphogo is a seed, a mustard seed. Okay, I'm a seed. Well, maybe my job is to be planted. Okay, or planting some other people. All right, now okay. You find yourself in a different scene. You have to ask, my other name is Moro. Means a son. I'm the only son. oh, but Jesus Christ was the only son. Yeah, me and Jesus Christ were the same. You don't undermine yourself. Each and every character of great minds you want to take, it's yours to take.
You can embody anything.
Embody anything. Become anything that you want to become.
Mara, you need to be specific. Especially when you know your purpose.
Exactly.
It's easy for you to know what to embody.
Your name says it all. You need to bring heart. Wherever you are, people need to feel at peace. And you need to understand how to become that person. So it's my fellow, if you can level Bible, people were living over 1,000 years. Somebody might feel fuck, but you know already. We were living up to 1,000 years, but God cut those years. But that doesn't mean spiritually those years have been cut. That's why there's a reincarnation.
They've just ended a certain experience.
Exactly.
The physical one.
Yeah, but right. You jobs at the so yeah, I can't and what card. We just grow like that. We grow. So when now I'm taking where my forefathers ended. So that's how it goes. If we can look at each other, I think. But besides all the dreams that you have, besides all the aspirations that you have, we need to understand as a fundamental purpose. What is the duty of a man? What is the duty of a woman? You look yourself from that duty. I'm a woman. A woman is to. That's why Jesus Christ basadi barate ulrato la bona ba lebishi mo baneng. They must not love their husbands because what husbands are like we are always on the way. Christ even though was always on the move. Men are on the move. It's not someone you can hold on to. Men are visitors of this. That's why it's Papa Heaven and Mother Earth. Women belong here. That's why they love material. It's part of their nature. We have to be up there. The head means you must think higher thoughts. That's how it becomes. And then both of us with me. Hey. And a provider. It's a nature. So as young men, why we beat our women, we don't understand their sense of nature. You can never understand a woman, but once you understand yourself and once you understand the purpose of a woman in this world, you understand the woman. Oh, these people are providers. If you understand them, if you let them think they're in control, they'll just give you whatever that you want. They'll respect you. That's how they are. If we can understand ourselves too, women, we meet here, we combine, we make another child. I'm sorry. We need to understand our purpose. So women of these days want to be men. Men of these days want to be women. It's just changing. Well, it's vice versa. So we are just doing against nature. Everyone just wants to what is the purpose of nature? To grow and love each other and become who we are as we are.
No, boss. Distraction. It's easy to.
So I think as a country, we need to have principles. Or 10 commandments, 10 commandments. I think the biggest problem we have as a nation, too many laws. Hey, too many laws. My brother already 10 commandments here email. Too many laws. My traffic, my police, there's too many. Hey, there's so many laws, too many stumbling blocks. That's why I got a Rasta. Rasta it's one of the cultures that is in. Those guys, I'm holding on to that culture. You know, one thing that I learned, says do not be open-minded. Take each and every good part of every culture. All the cultures are created of God. Take each and every part of each and every culture and become a master of all those cultures. Get to know people. That's how you get to become a master.
Yeah, no.
I think at this podcast, every one of us, if you're a millionaire or if you're a billionaire, please introspect yourself. Those billions you are saving and they're doing nothing. Think of people like us. We have these ideas to give out people that are need. The purpose of God has to continue, whether you know you are angry with the government or not. This is not your money. This is the blessings that God has given you. Find a way to give back. The more you give back, if you read the book, The Richest Man in Babylon, the best way to get money is to give out, to give. So capitalism doesn't work.
Please saying I'm going to buy that book. I need to get
Yeah.
Which is name in Babylon. I've been saying I need to get it.
So get the book, you get about the 48 laws of power also, you can also read it. Think and grow rich. Yeah.
48 laws of power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know what I'm brutal. You sharp, you want. Come to one like. But I wanna as a man, more fasting, as a man, you need to do whatever it takes to survive, chief. God won't judge you based on how you lived. You're gonna judge you based on did you do what I said you should do now? I can see you are Caesar, the multi-star, yeah. Girls all over, billboards. But did you give 100 rand to that child I said you should give now? This is the judgment that God is on. And so, did you do what I know it's fine, but did you give that 100 rand that I said you should give? Did you do that? And so because we're living in this world that is very, God doesn't expect us to be perfect, but He expects us to be honest in all our dealings. Even nakan hit and run what ring says now can go hit and run. Says a one number of business select for investment. This conversation that we have, and so you don't share too much. But you are wait, what? Hey, he said, what food? Hey, I'm going to whom I forgot give me bambar. I saw like, and so we need to be open in all our dealings and be honest and be. I think one thing that has helped me own up to your past. Don't be ashamed. Everyone has skeletons. Own up. Or one if you can deal with your past, no man can take you down.
True.
Yeah. So that's the only way to move. Just know yourself, man. If you know yourself, everything will just attract you. Just become.
No, it's been nice. It's been nice.
Yeah, I appreciate the opportunity.
It's been nice talking to you. We are waiting for the survival of death.
The survivor of death. The trumpet was blown and my name was called. Yeah. Get the resurrection.
Yeah.
The new being. It's remember, just like you need to understand your life patterns. Okay, I wonder how high school so. Oh, that's why I that's the essence of life. Oh, yeah, man, oh, yeah, life.
Reflecting.
Yeah, and then once you do that, you've divided your enemies in half. Enemies don't exist. Enemies are in here.
True.
Yeah. So don't go every day. Live in the house of God. The house of God simply means you're living in peace. Hey, what we know we didn't go your din sakai. Hey, we know yeah, you just block all the negative energy and you push forward. Then everything will just fade away on its own. And then you're gonna live a peaceful life. For as long as people don't tell you live to promote God, live to bring peace in other people's lives. So that's one of the principles the church has taught me. When obviously who I am today is because of the church. As much as Bob Marley, they've shaped me, but I truly appreciate the church for what he has done in me. As much as I'm still growing and finding myself in God and other people in every religion. So one thing that I would like to advise the people of Africa. If we're now at the table or you are a religious person, do not be ashamed and try to be. Just each and every religion, there's something good to be found there. It starts, if there's someone who has to represent your religion, it must be you. Be the God of your religion. God simply means God. Do good of your religion and God will promote you because all the religions are for God. You have got different gods. When you go to heaven, you will find the God of your image. You'll find the God of your image. So you need to understand the God of your image. Where you started, was someone is paved that way.
The residual self-image. You need to know. You need to know you need to know your God.
Yeah, you need to
know you are God. Know your God. Know you are God. Know your residual self-image.
I go wana gore ge nna ke le mission ka mokgo ke tsena kereke go na le melao ye le gore ka gare ga kereke e busha ka yone le wena ga bosiza go na le melao gore ga bosiza batswadi ba gago ba dila ka one. Each and every department, there are rules and laws. You must have your own personal relationship with your God because your own God is the one who's going to give you all the resources that you need on your journey. Not those who have set you the laws. That God you ascribe to, that God that you believe, is the one who's going to tell you, mona o fa lo dira se tsa motho se tlo go thusa mona gape o fa lo God is going to reveal you the mysteries of nature till tlo gona go boost on your journey. Remember, the more you become a master, the more you need more resources to understand the people that you are leading. So the people you lead, you need to see them in here. That's why God, but I got one Bible that God created. Creation simply means you see before you form. So before you see this podcast becoming a big podcast, you must have seen it. You cannot just start, no, I'll see my brother. No, you must have seen. You must walk to that destination. Yeah, you must have seen Romarai. I think next July. What's the vision for this podcast? Where do you want to see it next year? How many subscribers do you want to see? What's your belief telling you, regardless of your fears, regardless of the numbers that people are saying, but when as a creator, how many followers are you creating by next year? How many creators are you creating? You are your own creator. You have to create.
Yeah. By next year, this time in July, July. That's a whole year.
That's a whole year.
Because I can, the growth we did in the past 6 months, I had like 500 subscribers. So we've grown, and we're growing. We're busy growing.
Let's.
So next year, our account will be damn monetized. If we let sponsor, there's gonna be something sitting here.
Okay, that's great. A new brand.
Maybe more than two.
Yeah.
Maybe more than two sponsors.
Yeah, it has to be.
Maybe there's gonna be a bigger table that's gonna be showing stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, come sana when you will see the 100 million. Now working a better producer. You are. You got a photo. Is there? Think of familiar. Yeah,
this is the guy that recorded my first song.
Oh.
The first song I ever made. I made it with this guy.
I wonder who pushed you.
Yeah.
These are the relationships. They might not pay now, but they will pay.
I trust.
Yeah, they will pay. We have to build such relationships. And so I think we just need, I believe, I have hope. God will give us the right resources. And when those resources come, let's remember, this is not about us. It's about the people. No matter how much money we have, this is not about us. Yeah, I've got this role. Yeah, Lord, I'm learning. I'm hoping God will give me the ability.
How many? 10 minutes.
Yeah, 80% of my profit will be to God. 20% is going to be to me. Why am I saying that? 20% the child didn't it's just too much for me. Even on my own, it's just...
It's a lot.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Need it.
I don't need it. Yeah. So 80% must be for God, 20% be for me, for my children, for the throne to be able to be sustained. Because it's no longer about me. It's about the chair. Someone else will have to come and sit the chair. And when he comes and finds the chair, he has to find a comfortable chair. He has to keep on going. So I pray that God give me the ability, because so come on, hey, can tell me.
The buzz,
If you hit already, remember there's money and there's cash. Yes.
The money is there.
The money,
we're just waiting for the cash.
the money is there. We're just waiting for the cash. It's flowing here. It's here. Yeah. God is still watching what these people intentions gain. So money is always there. Money is plenty, but remember, you need a spiritual power to activate it.
To be able to grab it.
Yes.
You need to conceive it.
There's still. Oh, I don't want to remember. As he says, you are a department. Only spirits that are ruling you. It's a vote. Yeah, they're still discussing or no. It's like the way the government is running, all the operations, even though the holders of the positions are not acting according to the way God wants it to be, but still, that's why Bible respect. Yes, respect the president of South Africa. Respect, give respect to all people as Africans. Give respect to all people, and respect comes with understanding the position of a president. It's not easy to be a president.
Hey. I trust.
It's not easy. When I go around Merika, so get Palago or Rampulo back. Rampos South Africa. And
Wena di a tlaba.
Jantlaba
Unoshi.
nna ke mnoshi.
Hush.
O ntshwara ka ra gore. So some of the decisions banna ba dira ga re tsebe project e belang ka mo re yona. Sometimes we need to put ourselves in the
It's
position.
always easy to judge
Yeah.
from a distance until you are in that position or one of hey.
O ntshwara ka ra gore.
No, we are living the podcast. Now we have to do it again. That's what I know. So that we can talk more about. I'll have a list of things I want us to chop in and talk
I
about.
think it would be better that way.
And then we'll go in those bags. And I don't know if you wanna. I don't know. You wanna leave a word? I could say.
Linju ko for rata mo gore se o rata go motho a go direla sona lo ene mo direla sona. Love others as you love them too. Do unto others. Yeah. In every way, spiritually, emotionally, just give the same energy that you want to be given back. That's all. If you can do that, we're going to have better communities. That's all.
Thank you. We're signing out. We're here at Kanya Vision Studios. Remember the location. Second Imra if you're coming from Global. First Imra from town. Dripping in Mawatle. It's out here. Hoodies and sweaters are out here. Place your orders. They go for 400. Both hoodies and sweaters. Yeah, that's about it.